Welcome to the Fishbowl Radio, everybody. My name is Chief here, and with me, as always, is Juicy. Mike Honcho ain't gonna be on the show today. I don't even think he even knows we're doing an episode, so it's gonna be a surprise to him. But poor Mike's been getting left out here. I've been trying to contact him, but during the day he has to work, and I gotta work basically at night, so this ain't the best. But once we get like the regular fall stuff going on, this is all preview stuff, so I mean it's not like a big deal. It's not Mike is still on the show in case people are going to doubt, but he's definitely still part of the show here. Now, allow me to welcome to the show, Juicy.
What's up, everybody?
All right, Juicy, what you're excited for college football?
I'm ready. I've been counting down the days. I know, well, it's got about another 2 more months. 8 more weeks to go. I know we're talking about college football, but 4 more weeks till we see football, and then the NFL preseason is 4 weeks away. But we're talking about college football today. Just excited about football in general, though.
Big news we gotta talk about, Juicy here. You remember this is probably the biggest story coming out of the summer. It was reported by numerous media outlets here in the Lafayette area, and even some regional newspapers are picking it up. Maybe even nationally they might even pick it up. I don't know. But Anthony Jennings, the former LSU starting quarterback here before he got beat out by Brandon Harris for the starting job at LSU, is reportedly going to transfer to UL Lafayette. What you think about that decision?
It kind of shocked me. I thought he was going to go, I thought he might go down to FCS or something like Jacksonville State or something like that, but going to the Sun Belt kind of shocked me. But he might give a team like UL a small boost, maybe another win or two, being that he has the SEC experience, and being that the Sun Belt is a softer conference than the SEC, I think he'll do quite. I think he might do quite well actually playing in the Sun Belt. I think it might be a win-win for him and for UL Lafayette.
All right, that'll be that's what I'm thinking is going to happen here. I mean, we're talking about LSU football, and this kind of relates to LSU because Anthony Jennings left the team in March of this season that he announced he was going to transfer. And now people are asking about eligibility. I've actually checked into that. Anthony Jennings is graduating from LSU at the end of this summer. Okay, they have a summer graduation at LSU. Per NCAA rules, if you graduate from a college, you can immediately transfer to another university because you're starting as a graduate student at he's starting as a graduate student here at UL, and that's will put him eligible to start for UL Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's what I thought he had to sit out a year unless he was majoring in something that UL had that LSU did.
There's also
start like that.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Jeff Driscoll did the same thing too.
Mm-hmm.
He left Florida, went to Louisiana Tech, and he went there for grad school. So that's what worked for him too. Both same clauses, different way to do it. But enough about Anthony Jennings. Let's get down to the reason why we're on this episode here. All right.
LSU football is the reason why I'm on this episode.
Yes, we all know last year Juicy's a huge fan of LSU. Me, I don't buy into the hype as much. I like to break down stuff before I get into anything.
It's not hype, sir. It's just
It's hype. It's hype until you prove it.
Man.
It's hype until you prove it on the football field. All right. Why is LSU's website giving me surveys? I don't want surveys, LSU. Why are you trying to spam me, bro? But anyway.
I'm trying to what?
They're trying to spam me. Well, anyway. All right. LSU opens the season September the 3rd in Green Bay, Wisconsin at Lambeau Field. That's right. You heard me right. It's going to be aired on ABC. So, LSU versus Wisconsin. Juicy, who you got in this game?
I thought about this game. I think, college game day is going to be there. They're already announced to be there. It's pretty much like a home game for Wisconsin. I mean, so that would be one is that Wisconsin has. They don't have to travel real far. Well, people talk about yes, Lambeau Field. It's gonna be cold. And no, it's not gonna be cold. It's in September. It's not gonna be cold. And I think just in Wisconsin, they're supposed to have a pretty good team. I know they're supposed to. I've seen they might be projected to win the. I know they might be projected to at least win one of the divisions in the Big Ten. I forgot what division they were in, or at least compete with Wisconsin, from what I was told. But then they got LSU though, who's projected to win the national title actually. But like you said, it's height and this and that, and that's true. But my gut tells me I have to go. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's actually going to be more of a defensive game, to be honest with you. I think LSU, with 18 returning starters as well, not to mention 9 on defense and 9 on offense. I think that LSU will end up winning this game, but they're going to pull away in the later part of the game. Probably a couple of touchdown margin or so.
Well, a couple of touchdown margin. Is it? I think maybe 3 to 4 touchdowns, then they'll win. Yeah, that was the gag running. Yeah, running by the gag about Juicy last year with the point spread he was throwing out there was kind of crazy at times, but yeah, it made the show more interesting in my opinion. But anyway, listen to this: LSU versus Wisconsin. This is actually a pretty cool game that I'm excited to watch. I think as the rest of college football is too. Lambeau Field, like Juicy mentioned, it's not going to be cold at all. If this was in December or January, then I would probably be afraid for LSU due to the conditions out there. But it's going to be played in September, so conditions probably won't be too bad enough to where LSU can't handle it. This will be a very good game. Leonard Fournette, everybody talks about him. Probably preseason Heisman winner, along with Nick Chubb at Georgia and different things like that. So we'll see what happens in this game. I think Brandon Harris said he's the best quarterback in college football. I disagree with him there. I don't think he is, but he needs.
No, he's not the best quarterback.
I think Harris needs to step up this year. If he does not play to his ability or his potential that everybody thinks he can, then LSU will not win national title at all this year. I think LSU's got the pieces in place, but you got to get everything body ready to go. And that's assuming everybody's going to be right on their hot streak getting into the season. We'll see what happens because, this is the first game, and you're just trying to figure each other out again. Because, it's been a while since you...
I think it's going to be close for a while because it is the first game of the year.
I think LSU will win this ball game, but it's going to be in the fourth quarter. I think 2 touchdowns toward the end. I think Leonard Fournette eventually wears Wisconsin down enough to where they can't be able to substitute as much in the later part of the game to where Leonard Fournette won't be much of a problem. So I got LSU beat Wisconsin. All right, next game. LSU versus Jacksonville State. Juicy, who you got?
I'm not even going to go into analyzing this game that much. I know Jacksonville State. They almost pulled up one against Auburn last year, and they had a really good team. They made it to the national championship game, the FCS last year. But I don't expect this game to really be close for a long time. Maybe for one quarter. But I think Leonard Fournette and the rest of them is going to be too much for Jacksonville State to handle. So I think this is going to be more of a blowout. I'll go with LSU in this game.
I'm agree with you there. I don't think Jacksonville State's got enough talent on the field to hang with LSU. Maybe for like a half until everybody kind of gets settled. It's the home opener for LSU. You failed to mention that. ESPNU will be the on-the-air broadcast for that game. But give me LSU beating Jacksonville State. All right, this is where we get kind of fun here. LSU versus Mississippi State. Mississippi State heads back to Baton Rouge here where last time they were there, they were able to beat LSU with behind the arm of Dak Prescott. But we know Dak Prescott's not going to be there this year. Who you got in that game, Juicy?
Well, I'm trying to go to that game, so hopefully that's a plus. But Mississippi State, like you mentioned, though, they did lose Dak Prescott. They got a lot of new faces that are going to be starting this year. Lost a lot of talent from last year. Dak Prescott was arguably probably one of the best quarterbacks in their program history. But last year, LSU had beat them, contained Dak Prescott. And this year with LSU, with all the returning starters they got coming back, and with all the new faces Mississippi State has, I have to go, and being that it's also a home game too, I also have to go with LSU winning this game as well.
Always give the home team one touchdown. You know how my theory is on this, and I think it kind of works out pretty well, in case you haven't noticed last year, huh, Juicy?
I've noticed.
Listen here. I got LSU beating Mississippi State here. But it's going to be closer than a lot of people think. Mississippi State, they were kind of coming in the same way they were in 2014. New starter at quarterback, different things like that. So, might be closer than a lot of people think, but I think LSU gets the job done. LSU wins it.
I think they'll win by about 14 points.
I think it'll be closer toward the end, but I think a touchdown, they get it done. Oh, gosh. This next game here. They call it the Tiger Bowl. And if you can't figure out who I'm talking about here, then
I know who you're talking about.
You haven't been listening for a while. LSU versus Auburn at Jordan Harris Stadium, September 24th. LSU goes on the road to take on Auburn. Auburn, we know, we well documented that last year they completely sucked. Okay, let's get that out of the way. All right, Juicy, who you got in this game? I got LSU 3-0. We're even right now.
Before I make my pick, though, I think this game's going to be closer than what people think. You know, Auburn did kind of have a little bit of a down year last year, but that's because they kind of were rebuilding. They didn't have no Nick Marshall last year as quarterback, obviously. That hurt them, too. But they got the same quarterback coming back this year. I expect them to do a lot better than last year. With all that experience helping pays off. But then there's LSU, like I said, with all those Faith Fournette and that defense and all them receivers. So I have to go with LSU in this game. But I think it's going to be closer. I think it's going to be only by about 10 points, though.
I think LSU will win this game, too. I don't think Auburn's got all their pieces in place to make a run at an SEC title just yet. But, last year, if you want to backtrack a little bit, in 2012, Auburn finished toward the bottom of the SEC. They had a terrible year that year.
And then last year's game wasn't really close when they played.
Yeah, in 2013, Auburn, with the help of Trey Mason and company, were able to make it rebound and make it all to the national championship game. Barring some luck, okay? They got there with some luck. But yeah, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Maybe Auburn might catch a fire this year and burn through their schedule like it's nothing. I don't know yet because I haven't analyzed the first couple of games. Got to give me a couple of games before I get right. But I got LSU beating Auburn this year, though.
This might change come closer.
Yeah.
To the game.
The way I see it. Me and Juice both 4-0 for LSU. Then we head on to October where they go back to home to play Missouri. Their first time playing Missouri in the SEC. Who you got, Juicy?
I'm not too much sure about Missouri. I know they got a lot of new faces. A new head coach, too. Gary Pinkel retired or gone, whatever you want to call it. New head coach, new team, new coaching staff. I know they got a new offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. Not to mention, that's also one thing that we failed to mention about LSU, too, is they got a new defensive coordinator, supposed to be a young, fired-up defensive coordinator, get the defense supposed to be top of the line, and that's another factor we forgot to